We welcome you back to the Hilton Head News. The folks at Feeding America said that hunger in America had actually gotten better. The situation had gotten better pre-pandemic. Well, you know what the pandemic has done, and now there's a war in the Ukraine, and there are supply issues, and there are all kinds of things conspiring against us, so that now 9% of the world, 700 million people, go to bed hungry every day. We can't solve that problem worldwide on this broadcast, but we can certainly help closer to home. Courtney Hampson joining us. She's the COO of Bluffton Self-Help, a great group that has been tackling this problem for years. How bad is it here in the Lowcountry, Courtney?
It's pretty bad. When we look in our warehouse at our food pantry, we have just about 2 weeks of food. And we usually try to keep that at 6.
Wow.
So a couple things that you mentioned are contributing, but you know, high prices of food. So that is affecting the folks who are coming and shopping in our market. We're seeing an uptick there, but also because of food costs, folks who would normally buy extra and donate to us are not, because everybody's expenses have gone up.
Absolutely. Is there a type of food? Are there things we could be giving you that are not going up quite as fast, that will be just as helpful as the things we would naturally think about?
Yes, our most needed list is cereals, instant oatmeal, and grits, you know, pancake mix, maple syrup. Just the basics: flour, sugar, cornbread mix, you know, those little boxes of Jiffy cornbread, 3 for $1. We think about ketchup, mustard, mayo, spaghetti sauce, things that can stay on the shelf and will last a while. Canned meats, chili, taco kits, anything that has a little bit of a shelf life.
Okay, and that's terrific. That's a great starting point. And you know, every supermarket, this is still a very cutthroat business, and they're always offering sales. And here's a chance. You see one of those items that you just mentioned, and stock up on them when they are on sale. Certainly, you guys have a lot going on this summer. You're trying to keep everybody fed this summer, keep all the rent paid, keep all of those things going. But you've also got some interest, especially with our youth, in programs this summer. Talk about that a little.
So our programs this summer are actually adult-based. So we think about folks who are new to this country. English is not their first language. So we have about 200 English as a second language students who take classes with us regularly in the fall and the spring. But the summer becomes this time where everybody's schedule changes. Kids are home, work might change. And so we are doing an 8-week boot camp to really kind of bridge that gap between everything you learned in the spring and before classes come back in the fall. And so it tackles topics like going to the grocery store. I don't know if you've ever gone grocery shopping in another country where they don't speak English, but that is a challenge. If there are not pictures showing you the difference between chicken and pork, you don't know what you're buying. And so that is a real need here. So we think about going to the doctor and taking for granted how you might explain that your stomach hurts. So we're doing boot camp classes for 8 weeks this summer to really help folks understand how those basic things they need to communicate about in daily life.
That's fantastic. When do those start? June? You're starting kind of targeting June 1st?
Right. We start June 6th. So registration for returning students started last week. We registered 90 students in 4 days. We expect the same this week. And we have about 200 people, new students on the waiting list. So our plan is to accommodate everyone. We have classes in Bluffton, Hilton Head, and Hardeeville.
My guess is you might need some help running all those classes?
Absolutely. So all of our tutors are volunteers. And so we are looking for anyone with time in the evening or in the morning, and really any life experience. So you do not have to speak Spanish to be an English tutor to primarily Spanish speakers. It's about kind of life experience, and every tutor brings their own experience and something new to the classroom and makes connections. We create the curriculum. So no matter who you are and what location that you're teaching, week 1 is always the same. And we give you all the tools, and then we hope you just make it your own.
There we go. If there is something we should have a whole lot of in Bluffton and on Hilton Head and in Beaufort, it's folks with life experiences. You know, expand your mind a little bit and try to help out here. What's the website? What's the best way to get in touch with you guys about this program?
Sure. The best way to reach us is the website, blufftonselfhelp.org. You can click to volunteer. You'll fill out a quick intake form and we'll get back to you same day and match your interests with our needs.
Courtney, thanks so much for the time. This is terrific. Let's hope we get a lot of response for it and take care of our own as we head into this summer. Take care. Thanks, Courtney.
Appreciate it. Thanks.
All right, Courtney Hampson, the COO of Bluffton Self-Help. We'll be back with more of the WHHI Daily News right after this.